Hi all. Analytical Service is in touch with you System.GURU.Markets. Let's start with summary data about the corporation. Let's look at each parameter in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can pause it. We suggest studying all the organization's indicators more carefully. Now we will compare the main indicators of the company Meta Platforms Inc., ticker META. The review was created using current data as of March 24, 2025. By classification Guru.Markets Corporation Meta Platforms Inc. belongs to the subcategory. The Internet, 56 organizations participate in the comparison, which is very representative. We'll see the final solutions at the end of this video. The overall result for the company in question is as follows, 4 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 4.1 points. If you look broadly, within the US market in general, you can see that the average score for the entire market as a whole is 1.9 points. Against the company's 4-point rating Meta Platforms Incorporated. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Meta Platforms Inc. and subcategory companies. We can see that over the last 12 months the company's shares Meta Platforms Inc. showed a dynamics of 20.1%. Against price changes in the subcategory, 19.8%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Market capitalization of the company Meta Platforms Incorporated valued at $1,510.59 billion. Market capitalization of the subcategory is $3,933 billion. Meta Platforms Incorporated accounts for a share of 38.404% and is one of the leaders in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $157.67 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $379 billion. Meta Platforms Inc. constitutes a share of 41.635%. Comparing the shares of market and book value, we see the following. Share Meta Platforms Incorporated in the subcategory in case of market value assessment is 38.404%. The book value is 41.635%. This is an 8% increase in market capitalization share. Assessment of the organization's share of market and book value in the subcategory, good, 1 point. The company's debt obligations amount to $42.568 billion. Debt to book value represents 27% of the company's equity. Score based on the level of the company's debt obligations, good, 1 point. The ratio of the company's market value to profit is 24.2. The average for the subcategory is 23.1, and this is 5% higher than for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock price to profit ratio in comparison with companies in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. Profits for the last 12 months amounted to $62,356 million. Projected earnings for the next 12 months are expected to be $71,331 million, which is 14.4% more than at the current moment. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 9.2. The average in the subcategory is 6.4, which is 44% higher than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market value to revenue indicators in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $164,490 million. Future revenue for the coming 12 months is expected to be $188,160 million. This is 14% more than at the current moment. Assessment of the predicted future revenue indicator in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 37.9%, with an average in the subcategory of 27.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 10.1%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 17.671%, which is 117% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact shows the imbalance in the current market value of the company Meta Platforms Inc., most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $20,396,000, whereas in the subcategory, $9,385,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 117.3%. Assessment of the amount of market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The profit per individual employee is $841,900. Average for the subcategory, $406,700. And the difference between the average in the subcategory and the company's indicators is 107%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for each employee of the company is $2,221,000. By subcategory, $1,462,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 52%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of short transactions is 1.1%, with an average for the subcategory of 1.3%. This is an assessment of the risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 39% for the company Meta Platforms Inc. In the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 40%. Potentially, shares of the subcategory are valued in the same way as shares of the company Meta Platforms Incorporated. The actual price of the company's shares is approximately $596. The consensus price target for the company's shares is around $763. The dynamics of the current price and consensus forecast is approximately 28%. Let's go to the order table. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions previously made this season by the information and reference System.GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and free. Link in the pinned comment. As a result of the company analysis Meta Platforms Incorporated. Information and reference system for stock valuation Guru.Markets, a decision is made. Do not open an order, as this video is a review. Thank you all so much for watching this video and using the help system from Guru.Markets.